Hello, and welcome to Beyond Books, where we talk about books and beyond. I'm your host. I'm Renee. Co-host Raina is here. I'll have to show her at the end because you can't really see her without her special setup. But anyway, today I'm just going to talk about some different things that are mainly book related, but not entirely. It's just going to be a chill and casual video. Sometimes changing the environment up a little bit helps with that, and it keeps things fresh. So that's what we're trying to do here today. First, I want to speak briefly about the court decision in Florida. I had mentioned this in a post and also in a recent video. A couple of days ago, a judge in Florida struck down the majority of a Florida obscenity law that was being used to justify many of the bans in that state. That was House Bill 1069, and I've talked about it actually in several of my videos. The lawsuit said that parts of HB 1069 that applied to books permitted a widespread removal of materials from schools and were in violation of the First Amendment. The bill led to the removal of books without regard to their literary or artistic value. So this was, first of all, a great win for those of us who are anti-book banning. The judge noted that the bill was very non-specific and unconstitutional. But also now, this lawsuit was one that was brought by several publishers and authors, along with some parents and students. And again, I've talked about this specific lawsuit even in several of my videos on my channel. This is the one that they used to pull a number of Stephen King's books from the school library shelves. So, very interesting. And another quote from the article said, "The judge's order makes it clear that we cannot judge a book by its cover or a maliciously selected excerpt out of context." So that's really interesting too, because we've made notes of that. I think a lot of us in our banned book videos that, any book, you can find something and take it out of context. And that was a statement by Stefana Farrell of the Florida Freedom to Read Project. And she said, "This means that the thousands of books that have been prohibited from student access without careful consideration of their value should be returned to the shelves immediately." So we'll continue to follow this. I'm sure there will be appeals to this ruling and, probably all kinds of other things. So stay tuned. We'll, I'm sure, talk about it again. So next, I'm going to link a YouTube video of a TED Talk. And I don't know about you, but I love TED Talks. They're generally pretty short, usually around 15 minutes or so. And yet they can be so thought-provoking. And now this one is entitled, "The Case for Making Art When the World is on Fire." I think our current state of affairs probably qualifies for that, World on Fire. It's by Amy McNee, and I thought it was really great. She really drives the point home that art makes the world a better place. So even when we think all is lost and art can't possibly change or help the situation, that's when you should do your best to remain creative. I really liked the concept. I strongly encourage you to take a look when you have a chance. I know that as a content creator, it's sometimes easy to get a little bit down on it, thinking, no one really cares what I have to say, or, why am I doing this kind of thing? What is it going to matter? Just those kinds of negative thoughts. Well, if you get like that too, then this is a good video for some encouragement for times when, that's the place that you're in. So again, I'll put the link below. By the way, snack of the day is WAG, chicken and waffle bites. And that in addition to the flies is what's driving Raina crazy over here. Okay, so speaking of inspirational YouTube videos, recently there has been a short documentary posted by a channel that's called Living Big in a Tiny House. And it highlights somebody that we know and love, a friend of ours, Philip Hall, who is the booktube creator at A Poet Reads to Write. And again, I will put the links below to everything. And that's another video that I strongly recommend you check out when you have a chance. Philip was kind enough to share his home and a little bit about his life in the documentary. And we also get a better look at his four-legged furry friend, Billy Blue. So if you don't know Philip, you really should give him a try. He's a very enthusiastic and energetic booktube host, and I think you'll enjoy meeting him and Billy Blue and watching their videos. So do check that out. Again, I will leave the link below. So then I also would like to talk just briefly about Operation Paperback. This is something that I have mentioned, I think, in one previous video. It's a great organization, and they get used books into the hands of veterans, troops overseas, and military families. And if you go on their website at operationpaperback.org, you can find lots of information about the organization. Basically, all you have to do is, if you want to donate some books, is make a decision as to which of your books you would like to send to a military member or a veteran. And your shipment can be between 5 and 20 books. It can be paperbacks, hardbacks, or a mix of both. Children's books are also accepted as well. And then when you're ready to ship those items, you can get a list of where those books can be sent, which one of yours matches the genres of those preferred by certain of these military members and veterans. And once you choose the person or persons that you want to send them to, you can then print a shipping label from the Operation Paperback website. And also you print these little labels that say Operation Paperback, and you put these on the back cover of each individual book. And then you just box up your books and mail them away. I sent a box of 12 out about 2 weeks ago, and it cost me a little over $11 to do that. So, there is a cost, of course, but it is considered a donation. And your books are going to someone who will appreciate them and is actually interested in those genres that you have. Now, I do plan on sending more in the future. So again, if you're interested, the link will be in the description. They take cash donations or book donations if you're interested in either one of those. So, there's something that is worthwhile that you can do with your unwanted books. So the last thing is that today, this morning actually, I went to a dog yoga class at the Humane Society here, and it was an absolute blast. We got to meet 5 different puppies. One was a larger puppy who's going to be a very large dog. She was already about the size of Raina, actually. Her name is Blitz. And then they, I'll say, released the hounds. There were 3 hound puppies, all the brown and white spotted kind of things. And they were all litter mates. And they all have Toy Story names. So there's, Buzz Lightyear and Mr. Potato Head and things like that. And they were a hoot to play with. They were just so much fun, just running and jumping and playing with us. And then last, we met a cute little female dog who was a Basset and Corgi mix. So, all were very friendly, all had us really laughing. All will eventually be up for adoption. I think right now only the last one we met, the little female dog, is actually ready to go. But yeah, the other ones I think will be ready soon. So we had a great time with them, and even we even did a little bit of yoga. So who knew? So at the end of this video, I'll show you as many photos and videos of the puppies as what I can. I'll need to do some editing because there were a lot of people in the class and even some, little kids, so we don't want their faces in there. But I still, should have some that are suitable for posting. So stick around till the end to see that. So that's about it. That's our little chat. So if you like my content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I enjoyed the little chat myself. It was kind of chill and relaxed and just fun. So yeah, I just want to, get caught up on a few things that I had neglected to mention before. And I really, wanted to make sure that you got those links and that you're aware of a couple things that you might find of interest. So thanks very much for watching, everyone. Let's do one more snack for the road, and when we do, I'll show you Raina. So hold on. We'll do that. So there's the girl. There's the co-host. Say hi, Raina. You can say hi? Yeah. Yeah. All right. There's the one more snack for the road. Have a great day, everyone.